Happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I'm Maria Milagros, and this is a little space where I like to carve out to share different tips, tools, techniques, nuggets, stories, anecdotes, things that help us move the needle to healthier and happier, whatever that means for this moment in our lives. During this here month of April, we're going to be focusing on gratitude and really cultivating a gratitude practice because it can and will change your life if you really put it into effect. So way back when I was really overcoming the depression and I was doing the work to claw and climb my way out of those dark spaces, one of the things that ended up happening was I met with an LPN kind of by accident, serendipitous, beautiful meeting, right? Where I met with her and she gave me this prescription to write on a notepad, I am happy. And that's really where my practice of affirmation started, was from that place of using my words to change my story, which then changed my words, which changed my actions, which changed my life. The other thing that I ended up doing because of her was really looking around and thinking about all the things that were going well in my life. What was going right? So she had me get like a little notebook, kind of one of these, from Walmart or the dollar store or whatever, just a regular old notebook, and 15 cents, I think it was at the time. So I went and got a notebook, I got a pen, and it became like a gratitude log at the time. Now we are fancy, we call it a gratitude journal. And basically every day before I went to bed, I had to write 3 to 5 things that went well during the day, that I was grateful for, that I appreciated. And it started off with a really small practice of, I'm grateful for the hot shower that I took this morning, and I'm grateful for the people in my life who support me, and I'm grateful for chapstick. Almost always on my list. And then as time went on, the practice began to evolve, where I would be driving somewhere and I'm like, I'm so grateful that I have this car and I have money to buy gas, and I have gas and I have gas to power my car, and I have a destination in mind. I have people who are waiting for me, and I'm so grateful for this music that I get to listen to as I'm driving. I'm grateful that my body is functional and capable of driving. I'm grateful that my vision is good so that I can drive, right? And there was this one moment of driving that really became this opportunity for so many different levels of gratitude, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and then tangibly, the car. The paved roads. I'm grateful for paved roads and for stop signs and for the infrastructure that keeps us safe. I have a stop sign, they have a stop sign, and then we take turns. I'm grateful when we take turns. I'm grateful for community. I'm grateful that when I let someone go, they wave and do a little moment of gratitude, right? I'm grateful for gratitude. And that continued to grow and grow and grow. So I have been practicing gratitude for a really long time now, and I can tell you without a doubt that on days that I don't practice gratitude, it feels a little different. Now, there's always kind of a practice that's happening here because it's so in me at this point in my life. But when I'm not saying it out loud and really pausing and being intentional about the gratitude, I feel a little bit disconnected, right? Gratitude practice is something that's really great for your mental health. It's really great for your emotional mindset. But it's also really great for your spiritual practices, because this space of Thanksgiving, being in this space of Thanksgiving and recognizing that we do have things to be grateful for, even if it might not seem like it at the moment, and then bringing ourselves to a place of gratitude in places that seem dark and dank, helps us get out of those places that are dark and dank in a healthier way. There are over 2,000 studies. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. There are over 2,000 studies that prove that a consistent gratitude practice gives you as much endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine as an antidepressant pill. Gratitude practices can literally reduce or eliminate anxiety and depression. And it's free. And it's free, and it's something you can do all the time, everywhere. It's a free, participative thing that you can do all the time. So here's my suggestion for developing and cultivating a gratitude practice. 1, start off your morning. Try to do this before you even get out of bed. So when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you want to do is think of anywhere from 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for that presently exist in your life that create a little more ease and joy. It could be pillows, blankets, windows, curtains, the sun coming in, your alarm that helps you, electricity that powers and charges your phone, right? Little things, big things, people, places, experiences. Start thinking about, right from when you wake up, things about your life and in your life that help you create more ease and joy. That's going to help you and contribute to your day. Then, 2, in the middle of the day, what I did do was I would set an alarm at noon. Actually, because I'm extra. So when I first started doing this particular practice with a timer, I would do it every hour on the hour. I had an alarm go off and it said 5 things you're grateful for, and I would name them out loud, right? And I couldn't duplicate. So that really required me to think about what I had said earlier and really kind of honor the spaces that I was in. Like, I'm thankful for this painting because I really like it. It's colorful and it's pretty. I'm thankful for this chair I'm sitting in because it's cozy. I'm thankful for this sign and for that sign and any sign that says love and reminds me to return and root into love. I'm thankful for these cozy clothes that I'm wearing because I do like comfort. I'm thankful for these earrings because they're cute, right? See? Just like that. It doesn't have to be super complicated, and sometimes we overthink it. Now, the things that you're grateful for can be love and family and all of those really big things, but the minutia of the practice should be in the little things that move in and out of our lives day to day, right? And then 3, before you go to bed at night, again, think about 3 to 5, maybe up to 10 things that you're grateful for from that day. Experiences, people, interactions that you've had throughout that day that you're grateful for. A lot of times we tend to go to bed at night rewinding and replaying all the things that didn't go right. And chances are there were a lot more things that did. We just take them for granted, or we're not really paying attention to what did go right? So 3 in the morning or 5 or 10, whatever works for you, midday, and then at night. Another thing that I like to do is whenever I pay what I call a service rendered, I don't call them my services rendered, I call them my bills. So I don't call them my bills, I call them my services rendered. Whenever I have to pay one, digitally or on paper, I just say thank you to the company for providing me with a service. I went around my house turning on all the lights, and I used the electricity and I used the heat, right? I used all of those things. And at the end of the month, they said, you used our service, here's the bill. Fantastic. I want to pay this because I used the service and I was grateful when I turned the light switch that it came on. So thank you. And thank you to the people who move in and out of the company and are part of the cogs that help that company run. And I am able to help contribute to their salaries, to their medical benefits, their days off. I'm able to hopefully contribute to them helping to pay their services rendered. And so I'm a part of this beautiful cycle, and the cycle continues. That's a gratitude practice, right? Recently, someone had mentioned going to the doctors, and how can you be grateful for going to the doctors? My grandparents, like not 100,000 years ago, my grandparents didn't have access to doctors and dentists the way that I do today. So I am grateful when I go. I'm grateful for the materials that are available. I'm grateful for the science of it all. I'm grateful for their suggestions. It doesn't mean I have to take them, but I'm grateful for their suggestions. I'm grateful for their expertise, and I'm grateful for the check-in, that I get to check in and have a little assessment of my body to make sure that I'm where I want to be, right? I love getting my teeth cleaned. I don't care what people think. I know a lot of people think it's crazy, but again, I have access to dental care. I have access. I'm grateful for toothbrushes and toothpaste and floss and my dentist and the scrubby thing that they use when they brush your teeth and it feels like massaging your gums, Grateful. So then the other thing is, the fourth thing is, as you're just going through your day in different places, look around and ask yourself, what do I have to be grateful for here? And if you continue this practice, you're going to find that not only does gratitude become a regular part of your life, but by gratitude becoming a regular part of your life, you are not taking things for granted. You are developing a space of appreciation, and you're finding more joy. And the more that we harness the energy of joy, the more that we attract the energy of joy. The more that we harness the energy of gratitude and appreciation, the more that we harness and pull towards us like a magnet things that we want to and have to be grateful for and appreciate. It's a beautiful cycle, but it has to start with you, because all things begin and end right here. So gratitude practice. That's what I have for you this week. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, holla at your girl. You know where to find me. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who can benefit from it, please go ahead and share it. And if you haven't already, subscribe. What you waiting for? Peace!